preposterous. It's like completely unthinkable, completely unbelievable, completely preposterous.
Electro is facing off the 3 Spider-Men of the previous universes: Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire.
The websites are crashing. It is bedlam. It is mayhem. Everybody is trying to buy their No Way Home tickets.
Today is December 17, which means it has now been 2 years since Spider-Man No Way Home. And 2 years later, this movie is still a masterpiece. It doesn't feel like it's been 2 years, but it is. Because I remember the hype for this movie. That every day, bro, there would be leaks every day about this movie. I would know the whole plot of this movie. And every day, bro, like every day, man, every day. And if I remember, like, even though there were leaks everywhere, I was still like, are Tobey and Andrew going to be in this movie? Because we weren't really sure. Even they never confirmed it, you know? So, like, are they going to be in the movie? But, like, once we sat down in that theater, man, and they actually were in the movie, that's a masterpiece, bro. That right there it's a masterpiece. It's not a perfect movie. There are scenes that look very ugly, but there are scenes that look beautiful. And it has a lot of plot holes. It has a lot of problems. But none of that matters. You know what does matter? This right here. You might say, oh, the movie's only good because of Andrew and Tobey. And well, sure, that might be true. The Tom Holland Spider-Man goes through an arc. Like, he goes through stuff in the movie. And Tobey and Andrew aren't the only good things about it. Like, the action scenes are pretty cool. The villains are awesome. Like, the movie has some good stuff in it. But it's not, of course, it's not a perfect movie. But as a Spider-Man fan, it's literally the most perfect thing you could ask for. It gives you everything you wanted to have. I feel like that's the mindset they were doing when they made the movie. They weren't trying to make the perfect movie. They weren't trying to make the next Godfather. They were just trying to make the best experience a Spider-Man fan could have. The hype, man, bro. The hype was one of the best things. The hype for it was unreal, man. Everything leading up towards it, every leak, every announcement we would get about, hey, this character coming back, this actor coming back. And it was just so cool being a part of that. It was amazing. You would see all of these rumors leak, and it doesn't sound real. Like Jamie Foxx, when he was announced to come back, it's like, is that real? How is that gonna work? And it worked. And not only that, they also brought back all of these actors as well. It's like everything just worked so perfect. This movie just delivered something that not any other movie could really deliver. Sure, Endgame was the conclusion of the 10-year Infinity Saga of the MCU. But with this movie, it goes back all the way to 2002 with Tobey Maguire. It goes to 2012 with Andrew Garfield, 2016 with Tom Holland, and it brings it all together. And it works. It works perfect. It concludes everything, and it just works like it does. Because you get scenes like this.
Thank you.
And this movie is a masterpiece because it works in bringing these Spider-Men together. This is something we've all dreamed about, bringing these 3 Spider-Men together. They're talking about their problems. They're talking about grief. They're talking about the villains they fought. And it works. If this didn't work, the movie doesn't work. But since it worked, the movie worked. Even with all of its flaws, it gives you something more important than its flaws. A lot of people like to say this movie is nothing but
nostalgia bait.
It isn't, because when Tobey and Andrew show up, they stay there for the rest of the movie. They're not just quick cameos. They don't just hop in and out. They show up and they're in there for like 30 to 40 minutes, and they're main characters. And they even help the main character, Tom Holland Spider-Man. And the villains are also main characters. They're not just cameos either. They're the main villains. And if it was nostalgia bait, these characters wouldn't have major roles. They would be in there for like 5 minutes, maybe even less, quick and out, and boom, that's it. Even if it is nostalgia bait, by having these characters back, it still has a good story. It's still a fun movie because it's still a good story with Tom Holland Spider-Man. He still goes through stuff in the movie. This movie doesn't just happen and he's the same person he was at the beginning of the movie. No, he changes. He's in a different place. He's a different person. He changes. The movie didn't even have to do that, but it did, because it didn't just want to be a fun movie about these 3 Spider-Man. It wanted to do something for Tom Holland Spider-Man, and it did, and it works. I feel like nostalgia bait is when they just jiggle the keys in front of you but don't give it to you. It's when a major character from a past movie or a cool character that we all know, they show up in a movie only for like 3-4 minutes, or there's just nothing but a cameo. That's nostalgia bait. But No Way Home isn't that, because instead of just jiggling the keys in front of you, No Way Home actually gives you the keys. I remember like years ago there would be posters and fan trailers and like videos about how could this happen, you know? How could we see 3 Spider-Men together for the first time? And it happened, man. This is a dream come true for every Spider-Man fan, bro. Like, this happened, man. I was there. We were there, we saw that, and it happened, and it was beautiful. And one of the final things I want to touch on is the ending, bro. The ending is one of the best. No, it is the best Spider-Man movie ending of all time. No, it's the best ending in anything Spider-Man related. This Peter Parker has always had someone to lean on. Whether it's Tony Stark, whether it's Aunt May, whether it's Happy Hogan, or whether it's in the Avengers. He's always had someone to lean on, but not anymore. No one knows who he is. He has no friends, no family. He has absolutely 0 reason to be Spider-Man right now. But no, he's still Spider-Man. Nobody knows who he is, but he's still Spider-Man. There are literally hundreds of heroes in New York, and he's still Spider-Man, bro. This movie's a masterpiece. I'm just saying. So yeah, in conclusion though, I love this movie. It's a masterpiece. And yeah, thanks for watching.